Let's make a simple run cycle in Blender 2.9. Like the walk cycle, we can either animate a run in place animation or move the torso. Let's do a run in place this time. With a floor and player character spawn, go to the animation tab in Prep UI, go to side view, enter pose mode, and enable auto keyframing. We are creating a 20 frame 2-step cycle. We'll feel slow, but we'll change the speeds later. Press the preview range icon and enter 1 through 20. Note that we want to start with the contact pose, one leg out front, the other up in kind of 90-degree-ish bend. Rotate the foot slightly, body rotate a little bit, keep it relatively high with a modest angle to the front leg, ensuring it's mostly straight but still touching the ground. Move the opposite arms forward, rotating inwards and up. Move the hips in line with the legs in the upper torso in the opposite direction, bending forward slightly. Finally, slightly rotate the head up a little bit. Next, move to frame 7 to create the up pose. Move one foot so it's all the way back but still on the ground, and the other so it's forward and up with a 90-degree or less bend. Now create the next contact pose. Select all bones, then select only frame 1 keyframes, then use key copy pose. Now jump to frame 11 and use key paste flipped. You should see the same pose now, but the other leg and arm forward. Nice. Keyframe the body on frame 7 without moving, then move it down 2 frames earlier and up 2 frames later to give a sort of spring motion. On frame 5, move the passing leg down so it doesn't bend past 90 degrees, but not touching the floor. Also rotate the head down slightly. Frame 9, we're in the air. Lift the IK some more, add some spread. Scrub and check that your keyframes mostly look like this. Great. Let's create the second step. Select all bones, then select all keyframes from 1 to 11. Go to key, copy, then move to frame 11 and key paste flipped. Run, Steve, run. Now let's preview with an animated root bone. Keyframe the root bone on frame 1, then on keyframe 21, move it to around 3 units forward. Very important, make sure you select the newly added keyframe and press T to change it to linear. You don't want the default ease in and out. Check your animation. The main thing that will look off is the contact foot sliding. Gross. Select the contact foot keyframes, press T, and change these to linear as well. You've made a run cycle, but you might find it too slow. You can select all keyframes and use S to scale faster, and then Shift D to duplicate the keyframes to repeat. Or you can use the powerful NLA editor. First, uncheck the root bone animation, and then push the action to a strip, and then use S to scale freely. Extend the action by increasing repeats under the strip action sidebar. Now animate the root bone as a new action, being mindful to keep the speed consistent to avoid slipping. Next up, an exciting announcement, as well as a tutorial on the power of the NLA editor.